Audio is synced. Let me grab gloves. Trying out a new camera angle. I think I like this one better, despite the fact that if a customer comes in, you'll see them on camera, but I don't really care about that because I don't really get a lot of local business. Most of it's mail-in, so most of it arrives in a FedEx or UPS truck. So this one, the first one we're going to be looking at, well, first off, I should explain the title. The last probably 3 weeks have just been incredibly hectic with both stuff outside of work and with screaming people and complaining people. And where's my keyboard? Here it is. Complaining people over turnaround times, just a bunch of nonsense. So, okay. Who's here? Greg is here. Uncle is here. Ashton is here. Mike is here. Joshua is here. Okay, so this is a 2011 820-2936. This came in with no power. We did a lot of work to this board, and now it has no backlight. That's a good step. So the first thing we're going to do is check backlight output voltage. So this is going to tell us or give us at least an idea of what's going on in the circuit based on backlight output voltage. So we're going to plug this in. Here's our charger. I want to get a new meter. The FLIR has this new meter that has built-in thermal. So it's a meter with the thermal camera, and that looks really cool. I want to buy it and do a review on it. So we have no backlight. You can't really see the customer label, so we're good. Here's our meter. We're going to measure backlight output right over here at these capacitors. Now, I did work on this board, and I did the backlight circuit. I did work on it at like 1 or 2 in the morning, so there's a good chance I missed something. So that's on 20 volts. Measure backlight output voltage, and we get 0 volts. So 0 volts on backlight output typically means a couple things, either a short or a fuse is bad. So we're going to check if our fuse is bad. So our fuse, which was replaced, we have what? How is that possible? 12.46 going up. PP bus is a little, no, 12.53. We're good there on one side. The other side we have 12.5. We're good there, so our fuse is good. Now let's check for a short on output. We won't have a short on output though. So short on output. No short. Let's see. Next thing we need to figure out is if I bet there's a broken via. There's probably a broken via to D7701. That's what I guess is happening. I think there's a via actually right here that's actually broken. Let's see. I bet we have a broken connection on the other side of the board, so I'm going to pull this board out, and then we're going to flip it over and check some stuff on the other side. Okay. So, like I said, this board has had a lot of work done to it. So, we'll go over some of that here. So, what we did to this, we would probably replace like 100 components on it. Not even kidding. I wanted to make it work for the guy, but then the guy started being really rude to me. But I'll still try and be the better person and make it work again, despite that person being fairly rude to me. So, we have wire for sensor here. This isn't flux, this is conformal coating, just so you know. My UV light broke, so I have this acrylic stuff. So D7701, which is right here. Let's check the diode. I really doubt the diode is bad. This area doesn't look too bad. I did run a wire for backlight output right here, as you can see, through the via, soldered onto that trace. The coil could be bad. I really doubt it. It did look a little bit corroded, but I really doubt that's the problem. So let's go ahead and check. We're gonna do diode mode on Actually, let's look at something here. So I'm pretty sure that's just a test point right there. I don't really think that that's anything. I don't think that's an actual via to the other side of the board. So what I'm going to do is diode mode, red probe on ground, black probe on the component right here. And we have 585. And we're going to do this other diode now. So this side of the diode. Gotta get this stupid thing in focus. There we go. And we have 585. So we do have a connection there. So now it's a little bit more interesting. So we could have a bad backlight MOSFET. That's kind of rare. I don't really see that too often. Or we have a bad via somewhere. So this right here, let's see what that via looks like. That probably has a connection. I can't tell. Let's see. I know I'm going to get trolled by no backlight today because my brain does not work properly today. So if Q7706 is an opening, we're not going to get voltage there either. But the thing is, I can't really test that without plugging in the screen. So I might as well just go and replace it. So I'm going to pull the speaker off and the DC in board. Since this area did have a little bit of corrosion, as you can see, not too bad, but it did have some corrosion. Another thing, let's check this coil. Is this for backlight? Yes, and it's good. This isn't though. This is. It's good. No short, no short. That's really strange. So, alright, so on this side of the diode, where is the diode? Here it is. That's going to go from here. Or where does it go on the other side of the... Okay, so from this, let's do a diode mode measurement here. Its tech services is here. Okay, 419. And that's going to go on the other side of the board to C9712. My brain is not functioning right today, so I apologize. I'm going to take slower on this board because I cannot think properly today at all. And 440, 423, 420. No break there. This is even strange. Now, right here you may think, well, what's this? This is our feedback line, but this is just a test point. The actual via is right there, and we can see that is fine. We had some issues here. Again, this isn't flux. This is conformal coat. This right here is suspicious. So what does this go to? Because this seems important, that via, and that could be our whole issue right there, is that little via. So that looks like it's going to be... that's right from our MOSFET. Here we go. Poor MOSFET. Poor MOSFET. That's our main supply voltage, and that is not there. How would I have missed this? I'm getting worse at this. So we're going to run a wire to there. It looks like that's going to go... Let's see. So that is not that. Well, where does this go? It looks like... Let's see where this... So I ran a wire on the other side of the board. Let's see kind of where that leads to. And I just pulled out the wire. I want to feed a good amount of wire in so I don't lose it, and I can see where exactly the wire goes to. So in this case, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to feed that wire in. Come on, I need that wire to be really straight. Or else I'm not going to be able to fit it through there. That should be good. I'm going to flip it over now. And we should see where it ended up. Ah, right here. But where does that go? That tells me nothing. Because that via is not even on the board view. See, how many viewers are watching this? 18. What could that be? It's not backlight disable. Alright, there's a little bit of a connection there. I have to try and find it now. I'm gonna get trolled over no backlight. Right here, dead connection to... So this was from the MOSFET. Come on, get hot. So now, let's go back on the other side of the board, and let's solder that down to somewhere that we know it goes. So that looks like, it kind of looks like it goes to this ground plane right here, or this, not this ground plane, but this, I don't know. Alright, so what are those two pins on the MOSFET for? Those two pins are PP bus, SW, LCD backlight power. Let's flip the board over. And we could find that on R9710, which is right here. Put a little bit of flux. And now, even with the board out, I think I would get... I'll just plug the screen in, because I'm not sure about that. I think I would get 12 volts there. Yeah, I would get 12 volts there. So let's see if we fixed it. Plug in our DC in board. Charger. And still 0.14 volts. No, maybe it does need to see a screen. Let's plug in the screen. I've been getting a few. I have this one reel of LP8550s that I keep getting duds in, so it could be a dud LP8550 somehow too. I really doubt it, but you never know. So I will plug in a screen. Let's try this again. Let's see if we get backlight. And now we get no green light. It's interesting. Sometimes if your DCM board isn't plugged in good, you'll get that. And I still get no backlight. So that wasn't it. Let's continue going down the list. At this point, I think I'm going to replace the MOSFET again. Maybe, maybe not. We will see. Give me 1 second here. How am I getting trolled over no backlight like this? Seriously, I don't understand this. Is my brain broken? I thought, up until right now, I thought my brain was not as broken as it is right now. But it appears that it is more broken than I thought. So it was not that. Okay. Do we have voltage from the fuse making it here? So that's another thing. If our via from the fuse to the MOSFET is bad, we will not get voltage here. So this looks like, so here's our via to the fuse right there. Let's see. This area was pretty nasty over here near the fuse. But that looks pretty good. I don't see there being a broken trace there. What's that? Was that a no stuff? Right here. What's that even for? Ethernet. I could care less about Ethernet. So 0 volts. That leads me to think there's more of a broken trace. Is okay. Is that connector bad? No, it's a little bit lousy, but it's not too terrible when we do have image, so that wouldn't cause that though. Alright, I guess what I'm gonna do now is replace the MOSFET. You know what, let me at least check if I'm getting voltage to the MOSFET. I've seen crazier things. So if at this point we know the MOSFET's not opening. So I am one step away from being a please bro. 12.49 volts. Nothing. So what's going on here? 12.10. No, that should be right for that volt. It's a voltage divider, I think. Let's see. Yeah, that's right. Christian and Pure Novice here. Pure Novice is probably laughing at me getting trolled over no backlight. Alright, I'm going to change the MOSFET. Let me grab a MOSFET. I have a MOSFET here. So let's take off our wire and move it to the side. Just like that. I guess we're not going to bridge anything, so it doesn't really matter too much. Let's get our hot air on. That coil is melting. Oh well. That is supposed to be bridged, just so you guys know. Because I know there's going to be that one person that's going to comment, oh look, you have a bridge. No, I don't. It's supposed to be that way. Alright, let's try again. So we plug screen in, open the lid. Let's plug in the charger. Plug in the charger again. Why no green light? Hate when this happens. So like I said before, sometimes when the DC inboard is not seated right, it will act a little funny. But this should have turned on by now. Was that coil that I melted for something for DCN? No, 1VO5SO. Okay, sorry about that. Had MacBook come in. I have to either replace ISL 9239 or CD3215s. Okay, so back to our no backlight. I don't remember if I tested this or not with the new MOSFET. Oh yeah, no green light. Yeah, let's figure out why no green light. There we go. Green light, fan spin. Still no backlight. What the heck? Alright, now what's voltage on backlight output? I'll switch to this camera so that you guys don't have to see that. Okay, so voltage on backlight output. Okay, this really makes no sense why this is 0 volts. I'm getting trolled. Alright, I'm gonna have to... Alright. I really have to take the board out with the screen plugged in and measure stuff, so I'm gonna slide this over. I don't know what's going on, honestly. This is bizarre. There has to... That bit is stuck to the computer. Don't want to scratch it. There has to be some break in the connection going on here. Okay, so if we are getting, pop out my live chat again. What's our viewership at? 18, lousy, as usual. All right, I almost feel like I took off a resistor somewhere. SMC lid, MOSFET gate. MOSFET gate is 12.14 volts. MOSFET drain is nothing. Piranov, wouldn't SMC lid be 0 volts? I mean, 12 volts? I could check it. This did have corrosion on near the SMC. Oh, go away. SMC lid is going to show up over here. .41 volts. Not that. All we see is the back of your head. Yes, there's a board right here that I'm working on clearly. Here, what do you want to see? Back of my head or amp scope? There. Backlight enable is 3.2 volts. Doesn't make sense. What's backlight disable voltage? Backlight disable voltage is 2.95 volts. That, I don't know. Alright, what about on this side of the board? Unplug it, put it back in the case. Check stuff around the backlight driver. LCD backlight disabled should be 0 volts with backlight PLT RST L high. Let me check that. LCD backlight EN. Okay, yeah, we have an issue. Like I said, my brain today is not working right. I don't know why. It hasn't been working right lately. Hence why there's been no streams. Okay, so backlight PLT reset L, platform reset L. Where is that? Alright, that's on this side of the board. Right near Q70. Ah, that's missing. There we go. I'm an idiot. I took that off because it was corroded and I never put it back. At least I think that's what's going on. I need a 2936 donor. Let's jump back to the board view. Pure knob saves the day again. I am idiot. Big idiot. So there's a resistor for backlight or platform reset, and that is missing because I am idiot and did not put it back. Let's find 2936 donor. Here's 3115. It appears all the 2936 donors have run to hide from me. Here's 2936 donor. Don't want to keep running over this USB cable for my camera. Okay. There's our resistor. Put a little flux. Get our hot air. Whoa. Resistor. You ran away. Where did you go? I saw you. You couldn't have gone that far. Resistor is gone. Much sad. Resistor ran away from me. 2936 donor, I know you're here. I know you exist. You're just hiding. I had loads of 2936 donors, and now they're like all gone. I don't know where they went. There used to be so many 2936 donor boards here. And then they all just disappeared one day. Like yesterday. Because there was like 4 here yesterday, and now there's 0. This is a 3115. This is a 3115. This is a 3115. This is a 3115. This is a 30. No, this is a 2936. Here we go. $29.36. Okay, so I think we're good to test. Let me just finish cleaning up a little bit of this flux. Not that that little amount of residue is going to do anything. But I like to make sure it's all nice and clean. And then I think this needs a keyboard too. In that case, the customer is going to scream and cry at me because it needs a keyboard. And it's going to be my fault because I spilled something on the laptop clearly. Which is why I don't really want to do this anymore. Because I'm sick of that nonsense. Little conformal coat. Put our speaker in because I know this is going to work just fine now. Our brown is here. see that this trackpad works. I mean, this keyboard, backlight works now. Just plugging in the stuff that we need. I'm actually plugging in everything because this has to be reassembled today. Actually, no, it's not, because I'm going to have to replace the keyboard. When people are like this, either two things are going to happen. They're going to want the board repair for free, which ain't going to happen. Or they will go for it, or they will take it without the keyboard and leave you a 1-star review that you didn't fix their laptop. I just don't understand the mindset, because it's like, how am I going to know your keyboard was bad? I don't know, you know? No backlight? Seriously, still? What the heck? Alright, what's voltage and backlight output? Zero volts still. Okay, rage quit. I'm done.